I'm back on the noob account. We'll see how long this lasts, but I was able to find 3 other level 1 Ventures players for my stream, and I wanted to record my first game video that I always like to do. So, there are a few things to consider when you're starting Ventures. Your quests are very important, the order of which is also very important, and finding them is the hard part. So, the first thing they're going to have you do is run any mission whatsoever, but the next mission is going to be an Atlas, and when you're starting Ventures, you have an empty inventory. So, a level 15 resupply, I got very lucky, is the perfect mission to start with, because there's no combat necessary, you just farm for 10 minutes, and a lot of my first game Ventures videos start in resupply for that exact reason. And part of the charm of a noob account showcase is I get to show you what kind of loadout I cobble together. Now, there are some dead perks in here. Coconuts isn't really going to be used. This is meant to be a Blakebeard stash build that is available through the Yar quest line, which I'll get to honestly in a second. And then I typically like to run Cloak Shadow in the lead, just because he's awesome and my favorite character. I really like that aura damage, and it pairs really well with Blakebeard stash, especially in Ventures. However, that doesn't really matter right now. I don't need kills yet. I guess I could get kills for some of the challenges, but I just wanted to run Long Arm of the Law. It's not necessary. You do not need this. An extra tile is fine. It doesn't make that big of a difference. And I'd love to have some energy generation. Typically, Blast from the Past, Fossil Southie would be great, but I do not have that. Look at this inventory. This is just what I got. I scrolled through all of my Outlanders and I figured, okay, Pathfinder Jest is great. Extra pickaxe damage is awesome. I recommend her to newbies all the time, and I'll be, putting my money where my mouth is today. And other than that, I mean, I might have Fleet. Like, he could go in support. That's sure. Yeah, he'll run faster. Club damage is great, but I don't need that now, and we don't need stats because we're not going to be doing any combat. So that's just it. I'm sorry if this is really talky for those endgame players who don't need this, but I think part of the charm of the noob account series is showing you how an expert 8,000 hours played YouTuber approaches and a farming loadout that is not complete. Like, what do I do when you don't have anything here? And I even have the Kuna Matata guy, because I don't like the impact on Seismic Smash, but if a smasher takes interest in me, at least I can stun him. So yeah, my inventory is useless because you can't craft your weapons. I have some basic traps. These are over leveled to 2-star because in Ventures, as you progress, it allows you to increase the evolution line. So a little bit further than you're supposed to, which is great. I'll take it. And the other thing I wanted to mention is Yar's Revenge, or whatever it's called. So you need to actually do the Seawolf stuff first in regular games, which is fine because I want to be farming in the resupply regardless. But then I think it's either Yar or Shipwrecked, and we'll find out, where you need to actually go to a specific zone. That zone specifically is actually quite good for farming metal. This season is famously devoid of metal, and you don't really need it. We are in a nature season. It's not going to be shown down here, I suppose, but you're going to be building out a brick more than likely. But just know that if you need metal, go to those Blakebeard stash questline areas, and that's a great place to farm it. So that's pretty much the intro out of the way. Let's slim out our party and get going. Okay, so I was reading chat after I recorded, and Jack asked about vouchers and stuff. So, I should address this. I can't just come in with a random Ventures video and not answer some of these questions. I am very aware of Horde, and I definitely want to do it. This is a noob account dream. Core reperk, hero voucher, weapon voucher, not 1 but 2 new heroes. I will absolutely be running Horde. On the day that I'm recording this, I won't be doing Horde, but stay subscribed. I plan to run this because it is honestly fun to just do it as a noob account, and maybe a little faster because the 140 or whatever higher level Horde zones take at least an hour. I have heard of people in my community in the power level 90 zones taking like 45 minutes, so I think it's quicker on the lower levels and super worth it. This is definitely something I want to do, and I do actually have vouchers and stuff that I want to spend. So that'll be up on the channel eventually. Just wanted to throw that in. So, first game adventures, you just gotta punch. So I don't have any generation for energy, and this is where Pathfinder Jest is awesome. You get 1 smack, 2 smacks, and I don't have the upgraded pickaxe very far. It's in there, you know, it's higher up, but yeah. And I've talked about energy generation in the past. So it goes up about, what was the exact number? 6.2 per second? AS407 eyeballed that, and I trust him. And there's also a 2-second delay after you've spent energy before you start generating it again. So if you want to be as efficient as possible, it's actually really smart to wait to use your energy until you're absolutely maxed out. So with anti-material charge, it's good to do it twice. Now, I said I'd be ignoring combat, but it should be easy enough to throw down a Teddy and just let it go to work. That's sort of why I ran the Seismic Smash here, just so I can stun enemies and get them off my back. And combat is still good. It's actually worth it, you know? You just wait for your teddy to do its work, and I love that, you know? Like, it's not even boosted damage. Literally everybody is 0 XP, and I just got some quartz, batteries, so 10 batteries, 3 quartz, 5 duct tape, and it's actually showing the correct value. There is currently a bug in the game where it shows you your total amount of resources instead of the amount that you just collected. Well, in an empty inventory, I actually get to see an accurate number. That'll be untrue very soon, and it's gonna be covered by my face cam. I'm sorry if you are interested in those resources, but it's not a big deal. What's up, Archer?
As of this recording, that'll be fixed tomorrow in tomorrow's update.
So by the time this is live, it should be fixed. I did not address the update notification on my home screen, but that's what that is. So yeah, collecting blue glow can be good just for the pylons and potential survivors. There are some early quests to save survivors. Pro tip for the trolls, I like to just throw down a drone. It works pretty well. You can see the damage is pretty low for my abilities, but propane's typically annoying for stealing your kills, actually kind of helpful for thinning out the crowd. I am actually just hanging out here for the trolls blue glow and free resources. This is not extremely efficient farming. I could be doing anything else right now, but if I can find a survivor to save, I feel like that would at least be worth it. Wow. Is my pistol actually doing damage? I did not even shoot this thing. I did not realize that would actually do something. So it's not exactly the smasher that I was afraid of, but stunning him for 3 seconds means I can just run away. And picking up these fragments can be really, really useful because, like I've been showing, that teddy, while not very strong, is at least kind of nice to have. And I did put Jingle Jess in support so I could get an extra few seconds. Okay, so I actually specifically do not know, do I need to save survivors? I do have Leave No One Behind stage 5 on the left. That's 2 out of 40. I'm reading it out because I know you guys can't see underneath the face cam. And there is a Ventures quest for saving survivors. Is that immediately available? Looks like it's just a radar tower. So, yeah. Is there anybody in the party who's watching on stream, Frost is in voice, who would like to run build a radar grid? This is not new for me. I have hated them since the beginning of my days. What was that?
You know what sounds fun? I love radars. It helps me building.
Are you joking? I'm so happy to have you.
This is a joke.
Okay. I mean, you can find a short one, and it counts for everybody. Every single one of us needs that quest right now. We are all synced up. So we just need one lone warrior. I don't know. I'm helping. I don't mind helping. Yeet Crab. Okay, you're not in the game. You had your chance to join, Yeet Crab. Oh, he's trolling us now. Jack said that. Okay, Hershey, you're up. You want to do the radar grid? Alright, well, health is low, and one thing you can do as a beginner is craft healing pads, but I can't afford any, and I'm just going to use my Adrenaline Rush and pick up this food. So, yeah, that'll at least keep me alive. I did mention the coconuts wouldn't be used. Perhaps searching more containers to take advantage of that would be good. I will admit, by the way, I'm kind of running blindly trying to figure out how to organize this, and Hershey's down. Alright, we have our savior. It does count for everybody. It's really beautiful that ooh, this is worth it. One person can just do the radar grid and count for everybody, and I actually like that part. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I delayed today's stream for a while because I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to do this. Here's what happened with the noob account. I'll share this for those who are curious, like why I supposedly abandoned this series. I did not. I promise. What happened was I grinded the noob account really hard at the end of Hexylvania in 2024, and then that season gets really, really busy on my main account. There are a lot of things going on with Frost Knight, and I ran Frost Knight on the noob account, and there was a lot going on there, and that kept me very busy. But then that also broke my flow, so all this normalcy I had for recording on the noob account just went away because I was busy with the main, and then life got busy and distracting, and yeah, so here I am, many months later. So this is a good time for a slurp before enemies start targeting me with ranged attacks, and I'm dead. I figured throwing a teddy down in a drone would be a nice way to approach an encampment. It looks like I do actually have a quest here, and I can revive myself. At these lower zones, you get 5 revives. Yeah, so I'm not even worried about it. Scurvy Shoals also does offer super treasure. I have not talked about the modifier at all, but basically it's the bouncy husks modifier. When you hit enemies, they just have more knockback, which is fine. It's not a big deal, but I'll take it. Are the cannonballs still popping out extra? They are. So that means cannonballs are functionally 75% stronger because they do 7 balls instead of 4, which is awesome. I mean, that's just a great deal. And you can see just how far the enemies get knocked back. That is not normal for a power level 1 revolver. And honestly, if you're hitting headshots, it's working fairly okay. Seismic Smash just not functioning. I'm aware that Epic has been working on abilities blanking. It's not a perfectly solved issue, but that is a thing. You can also use like a fully auto weapon to knock back enemies very, very far. But all of that work was for, on the left, it's loading. I can't see it either. We've got, is it going to tell me? I don't even know how, 120 metal. All right, well, I got that taken care of. And I did mention the Yars questline, so going around the map, picking up these C-bots is good. I am currently out of healing, so I'm probably going to die. And I can at least revive, so I'll just get close to this next bot. Oh, we got the radar tower. Thank you so much. It does help us, I think, with the XP, even if we save like 2 radar towers. So always good to just do them if you're bored. What, Archer?
If you're in Ventures and you need to do the chest quests where you're opening chests, I recommend running an Outlander and activating any chest radar you see.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you hit a 4 streak on weak spots on an Outlander, you get in the zone and it makes chests glow through walls. Now, you can be a real a-hole in pub lobbies of other people trying to get chests and just steal all of them before anyone can find a single one of them by doing that. But, you know, that's my advice for that nightmare of a quest.
Chests are not shared. I guess the best way to do that with friends, if you don't want to be an asshole, then you can at least stagger it so that you're... Wow, this is a really easy radar grid on the west. I still won't do it, but it's there. You could stagger it so that, like, one person focuses on all theirs, and then the next person, then the next person, but... Yeah, there's no real good way to keep everybody synced, but... Are those C-bots shared, or do we all need our own?
They are not shared.
Okay. The Sea Wolf thing, that's from Yar, so it's not shared. No.
So you can see the inventory on the right. You know, got a couple thousand materials now. Again, mostly going to be nature, so we're not really going to be needing all that metal that we're not getting, which is fine. Metal can be very strong, but yeah, I've actually seen some commenters wondering about how am I going to get metal, and other people in my comments telling them you aren't gonna need it more than likely. So don't worry. It's nice to see that even without Blast from the Past, even without Fossil Southie, Clip isn't really well represented because the resources you're getting at this level aren't really going to matter. Tier 1 wood and twine, or not wood, twine and ore, not really going to translate to anything useful later on. What you really get from Clip would be like nuts and bolts and planks, what have you, but it's nice to show people through these videos that you don't need them. It's kind of, it looks hypocritical. It's not, because I've spent a significant amount of my time on YouTube showing endgame content and optimal loadouts, which is to your credit. I feel like I'd be wasting everybody's time if I didn't show you the best farming loadout in a video about farming loadouts. However, that might have given people the false impression that you are required to have optimal loadouts to enjoy the game, or at least be productive. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all. I think it's very fun to record on these noob account games to show you guys that, look, if you just run Pathfinder Jess and do a half decent job. You've seen me running around. Encampments are good. I'm not just trying to get my builds up. I'm trying to get resources. I do have a lot of quests. I know my face cam's covering it. It's just got to be somewhere. And there are lots of other quests just kind of happening on the side. Basic husks, husky husks. And these things are important to take care of in parallel. You don't just need builds, because once you cap out on brick, I mean, congrats, you've capped out. I mean, you still need the other stuff. So I can throw a drone and a teddy and probably just walk away. Those basic husks will die. And I picked up all that blue glow, kind of hoping I might see a survivor to save, or I did at least get the speed pylon. It didn't end up making a big difference, but it's there. I tried a little bit, and it's kind of fun with this hero. In every farming Outlander loadout, you're pretty much trying to spam anti-material charge as much as possible, but with her, you're just using it once, twice, and then going right back to farming. And you can see with that extra pickaxe damage, it is significantly faster than normal. It makes a big difference. And wow, that was a quick mission. So yeah, that is how I start ventures. I know I make this video pretty much every season, but it's still fun to share. You guys seem to enjoy them, and it's nice to just have a casual way to check in when I'm not doing anything intense. I can show you guys where my account is at, what my loadout looks like, and just sort of where I've been, and give you guys a little bit of an insight into the future. My next video, if I run ventures more with this account, will likely be a loadout showcase. I want to show that Cloak Shadow loadout in a lower zone, which I've never done before on this channel, and it's my favorite loadout in the game for a reason. It is very, very strong and on theme because of Blakebeard's stash, so it's nice to show the loadout when you can actually get the team perk, but that'll be down the line. I'm going to grind this a bit on stream, and if you guys ever want to watch these things live, Twitch link down below. Subscribe, like the video, enjoy your venture season, you guys. I'll try to be back soon with more videos, and you might as well see the rewards. I'm trying to close out the video, but now that we're here, you know, bit of tickets. 50 is like 1/10 of a llama, but XP, gold, these things are very, 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 very good. Off camera, I did buy 750 gold worth of legendary flux. I think it is extremely important to buy that. That's just like a last minute tip that I've shared before, but I've actually been picking up flux periodically, mostly on camera. You guys have seen it, but off on streams and off camera, but like in a different daily video recording, I've been at least grabbing these occasionally. So 675 flux is an annoying amount and a lot. That's 6 heroes or weapons of my choosing, which is a big deal. That's basically, you know, 6 vouchers. So yeah, all right, I'm out of here for real this time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.